Hello YouTube, how we doing? Shave time. Razor is this one. It is a Rocnel SEP. Originally released in 2016 and recently re-released. Now as you can see, it's a one-piece design. By that I mean the razor is literally a handle and a block of steel with a slot cut in it. That's how the... So Martin, how would you put the blade in here, you ask?
Martin, how do you get the blade in?
Well, it takes half DE blades. So we've got a DE blade here, so we'll snap it. Easier to do these in the wrapper. Then we've got it snapped. Rocnel makes some very high-end razors. I think when they made or thought about this razor as a concept, they thought, yeah, it's a good idea. Right, how are we going to do it? So you've got your blade, you've got your razor, and you see the slot in the head. See how it's curved? That's what holds the blade in, the curvature of it. So we'll try and get started, said the actress to the bishop. So there's the blade partially loaded there. And literally you just keep hold of the blade tabs and pull it back in. So as you can see, that's the blade fully loaded. So as you can see there's a bit of overhang. So to get rid of that, you literally just push down, then pull up, and you end up with really small pieces of razor blade steel, i.e. the tab, which is there. As I said, total crazy design. And with the blade tabs broken off, that's what it looks like. So as they also made an open comb version and a titanium version later on subsequently. This is the original 2016 version. It's fairly efficient. And it's handy to keep hold of a blade tab on the cut-offs, so you can use it to get the blade out when you finish the shave. Top tip. The sub for today is first line shave, fallout. Will be scent notes and everything else appearing on the screen. The brush has been soaking. It's a Badger. It's a Beehive handle, 24mm super high density Badger. So now we've got the, there's the soap by the way, loading from the tub. So now we've got the blade loaded. This razor is quite handy if the wife wants any pictures hanging on the wall, because it's akin to Thor's hammer. It's very heavy, especially for the size of it. It's 316 stainless steel, totally unique in design, and available from Rockwell. If you Google Rocnel, ROCNEL, you'll see their razors, their designs there. They do make some very high-end razors, and yeah, it's only available at this moment in time in solid bar. No idea if they're going to bring back the open comb again. They just make limited runs and go off and drink some more Oumo if they're in Greece, and think up some more crazy ideas, because it is a totally crazy idea to design a razor that only uses friction to hold the blade in. So first line shear fallout based upon Tuxedo by YSL. If you can't afford YSL Tuxedo, which is very expensive, you can look at Moustache by Rochus. Very similar scent, really good performance. I think I might have overloaded, but hey, we'll get some water into it. Yeah, we've overloaded. Never mind. So I'm basically now just painting water in until I see the soap go translucent, at which point I'll know it's... I'm literally dunking the whole brush into the basin. It's not a foolproof way of lathering, but it tends to work with most soaps, this method. About 5 minutes before I turned the camera on, I used a pre-shave oil from Sweden, Noblue, Amber and Lime. Just one pump from the bottle and let that soak in for 5 minutes. It felt extremely thick and sticky and not very nice, so a lot of it got washed off with a scrubbing brush. Right, still a bit thick. Made the soap. That's better, switch from the neck. I don't like pasty soaps because it just doesn't help the razor move efficiently around the face. So the Rocnel SCP with a half Gillette Nacet. There was no overhang, but there was any sharp bits left over on the blade. They are very sharp, he says from experience. Nice when the soap just, because there's no drainage holes, as you can see the soap just, there's a lather channel, but the lather just builds up on the bottom of the base plate and drops. It's also worthwhile checking the blade alignment every so often to save hacking yourself to pieces. It's certainly a unique design for a razor. does have its drawbacks. Taking the blade out, once you remove the tabs, you either leave the blade in till it's dull and then try and get it out, or you remove it between passes. How do you get it back in one shaving bin? Blade loading is its biggest downfall. It's just a lot more, it's easy, but it's harder than a 2-piece twist to open or a 3-piece razor where you just drop the blade in and screw it back together. That's the razor design. It's pretty unique. That must be unique because Yaki haven't copied it yet. Yeah, it's very efficient at removing hair. Actually, before we go on, before it gets cold, it's certainly, it could be a 2-pass razor. Is it an everyday razor? Not in my opinion. An every shave razor? If you like blade feel and awkward blade loading, yeah, crack on. Why'd I buy it? Because it's unique. There's nothing else like it on the market. That was the reason. And it came up on one of the buy-sell trade pages a long time ago for a very good price. As you can see, the blade's not quite loaded correctly, so there's a bit of blade overhang sticking out there. So what I'm going to try and do is wooden skewer. That's it, to even back up. I'm actually going to go with a double first pass. I quite like this technique, doing the same pass twice. For an office shave, more than good enough. Especially with something as efficient as this. I think the pre-shave oil has kind of killed the lather a little bit. I don't like using oils generally for that reason. In my experience, it just kills the lather a little bit. But hey, it is what it is. Soap's more than adequate. Just try and dry his hands. So the razor comes with 3 different handles, or it's available with 3 different handles from Rocnel. You can choose which one you want if you're brave enough or daft enough to buy it. They haven't redesigned it, they've just reproduced it. Done. I'm calling that one here and now. There's not much soap left. Still enough for a face wash. So, see you in a minute. Really nice. Yeah. The face wash from the soap has done a treat. There's butters and all sorts of stuff in that. Post shave DIY balm, which is witch hazel and aloe vera, mixed at about 60-40, 70-30% witch hazel to aloe vera, witch hazel being the higher number. It's simple. It doesn't look the best. Looks like a lot of samples in a male sterilisation unit, but it does work and it goes with anything. So there we have it, folks, we are done. The soap for today was First Line Shave Fallout Take on YSL Tuxedo, which was lathered up with an Oumo 24mm super high density badger in a Beehive knot. The razor, which still has a blade in it, so I'll do blade removal in a moment, was the Rocnel SEP. As you can see there, its head design is quite unique. It's one piece with a slot which holds the blade in by friction. So to get the blade out, I mentioned earlier about keeping the blade tabs, like the little bits that you break off the side. Quite handy to keep, or I've got this which I use for shaving samples, take them out of little pots. So you basically just whack it in. There you go, there's the blade out, so that can get dried. And if need be, you'll actually get it back in as well. A unique design, head design, unique razor. Concept is totally crazy. It's one that's either liked or loathed. I think it's cracking. I just don't use it very often because it's very efficient. As you can see there, it's got a really nice lather channel, and it's just solid 316L. And how they machine it to get that slot in there is totally beyond me. And DIY witch hazel to finish with. And the blade was half a Gillette Nacet. So that's what it looks like with the blade tabs removed. Any questions, comments or anything else, leave them below. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.